And President Biden condemning OPEC's recent decision to cut oil production by 2 million barrels a day. Gas prices expected to be impacted. They've already been inching upward in recent weeks. According to Gas Buddy, the national average is $3.87. That's up 12 cents from last month, but 64 cents from a year ago. NewsNation correspondent Kelly Meyer is live at the White House with more on the president's response. Kelly.
Well, Nichole, the White House says they are already looking into alternatives to keep the price down. But with this move from OPEC, on top of those already rising gas prices, this is changing Democrats' hopes ahead of next month into fears with just 33 days to go.
Disappointment, and we're looking at what alternatives we may have.
OPEC sending the Biden administration an early October surprise, cutting oil production by 2 million barrels a day starting next month. That could mean a spike in gas prices just in time for the November midterm election.
We are not endangering the energy markets.
Biden's summer fist bump with the Saudi crown prince falling short as he worked to push the oil-rich nation to ramp up production. Now members of the president's own party are pushing Biden to cut off military support to the Saudis, using it as a way to urge the kingdom to change course. It's all an abrupt change for an administration riding high on falling gas prices over the summer.
The price at the pump is now $1.20 a gallon less than it was the beginning of the summer.
Worries the White House spoke too soon.
Well, when you claim credit for prices going down, you oftentimes will now have to burden the blame of gas prices going up.
Gas prices already on the rise in some parts of the country. And since the decision, several states key to keeping Democrats in control of Congress already seeing an uptick in prices. Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Georgia all up a cent overnight.
We're going to see an increase in gas prices have a direct impact on the economies of many of the states where some of these battleground congressional races are taking place.
In time for Election Day, the White House already announcing it's tapping into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, announcing 10 million barrels of oil will be released starting in November. That's in addition to the 180 million barrels already released. Oil producers say Biden should be boosting domestic production instead.
The real strategic resource is right under our feet.
And the White House is putting the pressure right back on the oil companies, saying there's this gap between the wholesale price and the retail price, and they say that needs to change. Nichole?
All right, Kelly, thank you for that. Let's dig deeper into how this OPEC decision will impact your wallet and the midterms. Dan Riccado, finance professor at the University of San Diego, is with us again. Dan, the markets take another hit. Fears of gas prices going up. They're already high in California. Was last week's market turnaround kind of just a flash in the pan?
Yeah. Hi, Nichole. Great question. Let's call it a dead cat bounce, maybe. Sorry, cat lovers out there. The market clearly is still a bear market, right? We're in a really tough stock market right now. But what we're really looking at, more than the gas price today, is we're looking at tomorrow. The markets are looking at tomorrow for the jobs report. And good news can be bad news. If there's a good jobs report, Nichole, that means the Fed still has a lot of work to do. That means higher interest rates. And that means more trouble for the stock market.
All right, so we want to talk politics with you a bit here, Dan, although everything always comes down to money, right? Democrats blasting these oil production cuts as a political play right before the midterms. Republicans say the Biden administration has made the U.S. too reliant on foreign oil. Who is right?
I have to tell you, this is political dyslexia. You know, I don't get this one. They're both right, essentially. But what we have is this really strange situation where the administration has essentially declared war on big oil, fossil fuels, but at the same time, they're calling them in for a rescue on the battlefield, saying, look, we need your help. Look, the answer is we need to produce more oil in the short term in this country while we transition to a greener, better alternative future. There's no question about that. And we can do both. But it seems like there's this internal struggle in the administration. Some days we want to beat up on big oil. The next day we want to beg them for more oil. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, at least to someone like me who doesn't really understand the political aspect of it. I understand the business aspect of it. But both sides are right. And we're going to call this one political dyslexia, I think.
All right. And we all end up feeling it anyway in our wallets. Yes. Dan, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.